Hi, my name is Sara Holstein. I'm the 8th grade school counselor at Chapin Middle School, and I want to share a story about you that has impacted my life as a school counselor. Last school year, we had a student in the 8th grade that started showing signs of depression, and when his teacher referred him to me, I called him in and he and I were talking, and in the process of our discussion he ended up sharing that he had a plan to do harm to several students at Chapin Middle, in addition hurt himself. At that time I of course called his parents, and they came in and took him to have him evaluated, and his doctor called me and let me know that his plan was very serious, and we had reason to be alarmed, and I definitely felt like I was uneasy. He was hospitalized for a long time, several months, but then he started improving and making progress at the facility where he was, and he was released and came back. He returned to his home, and once his parents were ready for him to start back, we called people at the district office to find out what exactly protocol was, and after much discussion with our administrators, we had a meeting that included his parents and our principal and the assistant principal and myself and the school psychologist. And we worked out a plan for this particular student to return. Well, upon his return, he was searched every morning. Mr. Whitson, the 8th grade assistant principal, and I met with the student every morning to just do a daily check-in, see how he was feeling, monitor how's the day going to be, was he anxious, was he feeling good that day, and then Mr. Whitson would search his book bag. At the end of every day, I met with him, and we talked about the day, talked about how he felt during the day and what he needed to do that night just to get his schoolwork done and slowly starts catching up on the work he had missed. I would say, well, this plan continued as far as meeting every morning and checking his book bag and following up every afternoon with the student to see how his day was, continued for the rest of the school year. And I can honestly say that over time, watching him change and him improve, and his quality of education, his quality of life improve, and the relationship that he and I built, and our assistant principal with him also built, his whole life changed. His whole life turned around. And what it makes me realize is how the relationship with one or two people at a school is so important for each individual student. Just by us reaching out, building that rapport, he and I don't have a lot in common, but we were able to find common interests. We were able to laugh together and joke about, his heavy metal concerts. He wouldn't like what I did over the weekend. It was just such a neat and moving experience for me, for that check-in, check-out, to see it work so successfully. I used to work in the classroom. I was a classroom teacher before I became a school counselor. There were several instances where I felt like I was, the students changed me and made me a better person. This one particular child really did make an impact on my life, knowing that just when you think, everyone else has given up on him because what he was going through was so serious and so disturbing, and I felt like that at first, the relationship we were able to build and seeing his 180-degree turnaround from where we started to where we ended the year. And it is my pleasure to say that he and I still keep in touch. I will remain in touch with him just to make sure he's doing well and he's having a very successful high school experience. So, in conclusion, how it affected me was realizing that the relationship I have, even with just one individual student, could be life-changing. Thank you so much.